Now, I hate to turn to politics. Earlier, we were talking about former President Trump. He's on trial, of course. I do what I always do with major news events. Stick my head in the sand. Click, change the channel, go to something else. But I am reading a couple of things about this trial. My question earlier was, if he's found guilty and put into jail, can he serve? We had a caller, a presidential historian, say, yeah, the only requirements are you got to be 35 or older. You have to have been born in the United States. That's it. He is. So he can be president even if he's convicted of these crimes. You all say that if he's convicted, it'll help his cause and that he'll do better. I disagree with that. I think he's losing no matter what. I'm on record as saying that, but I've said that before a few times. Anyhow, I'm reading now that President Trump is loudly passing gas in court, and it's very smelly, according to, and I'm reading now, credible reports coming out of the Trump trial that he is passing loud, noxious gas just because he can.
I got to sit here. So do you.
So funny.
You heard that?
I should be in Pennsylvania.
What's the problem?
But that's what he says. I should be in Pennsylvania, I should be in North Carolina, I should be wherever. So apparently, and Jimmy Kimmel joked about it. My wife said she heard about it. And then I looked it up, and it says that a blogger and person who created a website says he got from credible sources that Trump's gas was so noxious that his lawyers had to struggle and move across the room for huddling.
I like it. I do not have a problem with this.
And he's doing it intentionally. And when he takes his lunch break, he eats foods that he knows makes him gassy. What? So that he can do this. Who would have thought? This is our former and maybe future president we're talking about here. Anyway, then Kimmel joked about it, and so now it's taking on a little bit of life that maybe he's doing this. Do you think that's really real? Is he really?
I hope so.
Is he really?
That's incredible.
I mean, I'm sure it's happened in courtrooms.
Yeah, of course.
I'd be shocked if it's
But
He's
the
intentionally doing it, right? Yeah. He wants it to, he wants, because he's got to sit
because
through
he
this.
can't object. He has to sit quietly.
Yeah, he can't say anything. And nobody, so here's my objection.
Yeah, I object.
Exactly. There was the White House Correspondents' Dinner was over the weekend. I used to think that was so fun. Oh my gosh, so much fun.
I believe that a lot of people say that's where
former
President Trump decided I'm running for president.
Because they made fun of him. Mm-hmm. Like when Obama was president, they made fun of him. And wasn't he there? Or
yes,
he was there.
He was there.
And that's where it was born, that he's like, oh, okay, I'll show all you. I'll run for president and win. There's a guy named, his last name is Matt Friend. And he did an impression of Trump that was fantastic. He's commenting on a story here about a woman who may be Trump's choice for vice president. Her name is Kristi Noem. She's the governor of South Dakota. She's raising a lot of eyebrows now because she's written a book, and she claims in the book, her name is Kristi Noem, that she had to kill a dog and a goat on her family farm because the dog, Cricket, was untrainable.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to
took him out to the gravel pit.
She said, I tried to train this dog, and this dog became dangerous to anyone who came in contact with the dog and was less than worthless at hunting. So I just killed
one in the brain.
Wow.
She put that in her memoir. I can't believe an editor didn't say, are you sure you want to put this in here?
I was.
Because she has national aspirations.
And for somebody who's going to be running for vice president, she's a senator already, maybe a vice presidential choice, maybe want to run for president one day, and you put in print in your memoir, I put one in the brain of a 14-month-old dog.
I think she's the governor, right?
Yes,
yeah.
She is
Not
the governor.
senator.
I'm sorry, she's the governor. Yes.
My understanding is there was a moment where the dog, that's where she decided was the dog attacked another dog and possibly her and snapped at her.
She said, I tried to train the dog, but the dog itself was like a trained assassin. And ultimately, I had to make the decision to put her down. I took her to a gravel pit after an incident in which the dog attacked a local family's chickens and then bit her. So she said that was it for the dog. Yes, that's what she said.
You know what I think makes this, the story worse? Is that she named the animal. If it was just an unnamed dog, I mean, people would be up in arms regardless.
Correct.
But if you shoot Cricket at the gravel pit,
one
in the brain.
Please, I can't.
Always put one in the brain.
I can't even look at the woman. Now, in response to that, Vice President Kamala Harris put up a picture of herself and her golden doodle. Hugging, licking each other.
Yeah. I mean, it's a time to...
kissing each other in the snout.
Yeah.
Same for President Biden. He put up a picture of, Major or whatever his name is up there.
This is one of those instances where, as city folk, we might get crucified by people who live on farms, raised on farms. I don't know what it's like. I've never been on a farm. I've been on a farm, spent one night in my life.
But this is a dog. This is a pet dog, Cricket.
But if you attack somebody, you got to put it down or at least give it away.
And I think people who would raise dogs would tell you, sometimes that's just
how it is.
Yeah. That, I mean, you have your people who say every dog is a good dog, but I'm one that I don't buy that.
Some dogs you just can't reach.
Yeah, but when
the PR is not.
I mean, why even talk about it?
I mean, if I was her, I would have left
it in the book.
Yeah, you don't have to put it in the book. She also shot a goat in the same manner and said, "Look, it wasn't pleasant, but this was a nasty, mean goat."
We made curry. What?
She said this goat was nasty and mean, had a disgusting, musky, rancid smell, and made a habit of knocking down my kids. So eventually I took her to the gravel pit.
And she mean goat kids or her own children?
Her own goat kids, yeah. So yeah, she knocked down her own goat kids.
Okay.
So she took her to the gravel pit and gave her the cricket treatment.
Say hello to Cricket.
Give my regards.
Again, I probably wouldn't have put that in the
I
book.
wouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
Now that's more like farm stuff. Okay, you've got a goat, you have to
Yeah.
put it down, whatever. But a little dog named Cricket. Oh, I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
The name is going to stick with
Oh,
me.
it really hurts. That I can't vote for that woman. Excuse
will.
me. I cannot.
You will.
No. I am not voting for anyone who put down their dog in that manner. I just can't do it. The guy, Matt Friend, at the correspondence dinner made reference to it.
But I will tell you, I am killing this dinner harder than Kristi Noem kills the puppies. Moving on, please.
Oh. That impression was so good. Chris Demm didn't see it. He was on television.
Yeah.
Chris Demm said, man, Trump's commenting on
But
it.
I will tell you, I am killing this dinner harder than Kristi Noem kills the puppies. Moving on, please.
Oh. Ouch.
It's a very good
That's a
hurt
nice
you.
Trump impression. Yeah, that does hurt. I just would, if I were her publicist or her editor, as you said, I would have said, you really, I can't.
There's a chapter here about your farm.
I can probably leave this out.
What? I took out the part where I drowned the kittens. You made me take that out last week. I'm leaving the dog. I'm leaving Cricket in. Cricket stays.
It'd be like your, was it your mother-in-law who, your relative who,
My wife's grandma.
your wife's grandmother,
The squirrel issue.
writing her memoir and calling chapter 1 the squirrel issue. You don't want to know. You do not want to know what his wife's grandma did with the squirrel. Let me just say that.